his trajectory is one thing that excited you and how much better he's gotten in the last 2 years. I guess what areas have you seen growth in his game and what areas do you project he can still grow in?
Yeah, just excuse me. I was like, can I get a little more volume, guys? I did hear your question. Again, we've had the opportunity to see him for 2 years. Not that we would have been scouting him per se 2 years ago when he was not eligible for the draft, but by watching his team, you get the opportunity to get some viewings and just familiarity with who the players are, and just the rate of development that he's shown is what our guys liked and were excited about in terms of his projection. It gives our guys confidence that he's going to have a high ceiling. He's going to be a player that really continues to improve, I guess is the way I would say it. In terms of with respect to what aspects of his game, I think size and strength is part of it for any young player. Moving up from the USHL to Division I college hockey at the University of Michigan, I think is going to be really helpful for his development also. It's a good program, and he's going to be an important player there. So that part is going to be good for him. And, just the time he'll need to continue to improve and become the best player that he can be.
Next question for Kelly tonight will come from Jesse Granger with The Athletic.
Hey, Kelly, you kind of mentioned how the night went a little bit, but I'm just wondering, were there any moments of thinking about trading up and kind of how did the draft board fall as to how you were expecting it to?
A lot of really good players selected in the draft tonight, which we knew, of course, coming into the draft. But some really good players. I mentioned when we pick 29, every player that's selected that's a player you had ranked a little bit lower effectively moves you up your own list. So we had some picks that helped us, get to the point where we picked a player that we had ranked considerably higher. So that part was positive, and there was different conversations. The communication between the general managers was good. It was no less than what it would have been had we been in person in terms of working the draft. I felt that it was a great environment to work the draft. We could speak freely. You could talk to people across the table from you. You could have good discussion when we looked at trade up scenarios. We had good discussion when we looked at trade down scenarios. We had the ability to speak openly. So in terms of working the draft, I really liked the format tonight. Obviously, on the bigger picture, I'm hopeful that the next draft is in person, because that'll be a sign of better times. But it was really, I thought a really effective way of drafting the way that we did it tonight with the virtual draft.
Next question tonight will go to Brian Blessing with the Vegas Hockey Hotline.
Hi, Kelly. Hey, could you speak to how the U.S. developmental program has improved over the years and the path that Brisson is taking now, but just the comfort level from general managers and how far the U.S. developmental programs come?
Well, the U.S. development program is based in Plymouth, Michigan, which I think in general terms is where 20 of the best players that are draft eligible, and then there's a team that's a year younger, play each year. Now, that's not to say that it's the best 20, but it's certainly 20 of the better ones. Last year, there was a number of players selected from the U.S. development team. This year, there weren't as many. I'm not sure, to be honest, what the total was, but I don't think it was anywhere near the same number that it was tonight. But, you would have seen, if you watched the draft from start to finish tonight, the players develop all over the world. We had players selected from Canada, the US, Finland, Sweden, Germany, Russia. So it gives you an idea of the challenge that an amateur staff faces each year and the travel that they undertake to do their jobs effectively. And I've said many times that the draft for me is all about a reward for a hard work for your amateur staff. Their work is very unheralded because the fruits of their labors are never completely known for 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 years. So it was Tonight, I didn't see the final numbers in terms of the breakdown where what countries had which players drafted, but I don't think it was as deep today for the U.S. development program as it was a year ago, where they really dominated the first round.
Final question for Kelly tonight. We'll go to Ken Bolke of Sinbin.Vegas.
Hey, Kelly, I've seen some kind of mixed reviews on his skating. Some have it as elite, some have it as needs a little improvement. I'm kind of wondering where you guys see his skating, if it's a place you think it needs improvement or if it's already there.
I think that he's size and strength, Ken, is where you'll really see young players continue to develop. And that's what we see in Brendan, that he has got a lot of upside. He's going to get better at everything. He's going to get bigger, stronger, faster. He's going to be in a great environment right now at Michigan. And again, your amateur staff, the challenge that they have, the work that they do is all about projecting guys 3 or 4 years down the road. And that's where the hockey sense, just the flat out God-given ability, those are the things that really excite our organization about Brendan. And does he have work to do on his game? Of course he does. All 31 players that were selected tonight do. That's where the NHL draft is so different than the NFL, for example, where players are drafted in May and they're in training camp in July, and they might be important contributors on an NFL team by that fall. It's a different development system. It's a different platform, and there's a lot of projecting, which we are really comfortable with the abilities of our staff to do that and to project, and that's where experience that we have among our group is really beneficial.
Kelly, appreciate you taking the time tonight.
Thanks, everyone.
Looks great. Thanks, Brendan, for taking the time tonight. We'll go ahead and go straight to questions for Brendan Brisson. First question for him will go to Justin Emerson with the Las Vegas Sun.
Hi, Brendan. Welcome to Vegas, I suppose. I saw a story, obviously, with who your dad is, just kind of the NHL stars that you had been around growing up. And I'm kind of curious about what being around guys like Sidney Crosby and Patrick Kane and Nathan McKinnon do for your own development.
Thank you. I just want to start off, thank you, Vegas organization, for drafting me. Can't wait to get started. And, growing up just with a father in the business, having guys around the house was kind of a normal thing to me. And, at the time, you don't really realize like how important it is to like a young player's development until I look back on it now. I always wanted to do the things that they were doing, shooting pucks. I remember Nathan McKinnon would come home, shoot probably 500 pucks a day after long workouts, long skates, and John Tavares, always watching what he's eating. Sydney was just all around, like just a great person, great athlete, obviously. And it really wears off on you as a kid. You kind of look up to them as superheroes. So I feel like I didn't really realize I was learning from those guys because I was such a young age. But looking back, I definitely took so many of those experiences with them right to heart. And, I feel like it helped me perform, and get better as a player.
Next question for Brendan will go to Jesse Granger of The Athletic.
Hey, Brendan, how's it going?
Hi. How are you?
Good. Kelly mentioned they really like the trajectory of your career, and you've improved a lot the last couple of years. I'm curious what you're looking forward to most about going to Michigan. Obviously, they have a lot of guys who have already been drafted in the NHL. You're going to have a lot of competition up there. What do you expect from Michigan, and what do you hope to get out of it?
Since the day I step on campus here, about a month and a half ago, everything's been so professional, especially with COVID. They have a plan planned out for us, I think we were the first team to get on the ice full as a team in the NCAA. And, I'm really looking forward to the season with the coaching staff, the way we want to play. It's a lot of fast paced offense and skill. So I've been playing with a bunch of different guys, and it's not only the draft picks that are going to be contributing to our team, it's all of our seniors, juniors, all the guys just coming together as one. And we have a really close team. And really close group of guys that I can't wait to go to war with.
Next question will go to Ben Goetz of the Las Vegas Review-Journal.
Hi, Brendan. Thanks for taking some time to do this. I see you're on campus. I guess, what was your draft party like tonight, and what was the moment like when you finally got that call?
Yeah, so we're at the big house stadium right now, the football stadium. So just in a little meeting room downstairs, and I mean, my mom did a really good job just looking around all the decorations and stuff. So thankful for her. She got that out of the way. And I had a bunch of my team, my whole team was here, close family members, and when I heard my name selected by Vegas, the Knights, I don't even know the words that could describe the way I felt. Honestly, my whole body went numb, and I just I'm looking forward to waking up the next morning, getting better, and hopefully come a Golden Knight, wear the Golden Knight uniform soon.
Next question will come from Vince Sapienza with Channel 5 Las Vegas. Go ahead, Vince. Your mic's open there. We'll skip Vince. Next question will go to Brian Blessing with the Vegas Hockey Hotline.
Hey, Brendan, congratulations. Kind of a follow-up to what you were just talking about, having grown up with this, with your dad repping players and what they go through on the draft night, and how tough was the wait? How exciting an evening was it? Does it get pretty taxing just waiting for your name to get called?
I mean, honestly, no. Wherever I know, like, eventually my name was going to be called somewhere, and luckily it was Vegas. I'm really excited for that, and I was prepared, to have my name called. So I wasn't really, as picks went by, I wasn't dwelling on that at all. I was just staying positive, and I knew eventually my name was going to get called. So I was really excited. I couldn't be more happy.
Next question for Brendan will go to David Shane with the Las Vegas Review-Journal.
Hey, Brendan. I was just wondering if you can describe your game a little bit. Maybe if there's somebody like a comparison or somebody kind of pattern, maybe your game off a little bit.
Yeah, for sure. I'm a two-way centerman, but I really my offensive game, I feel like, is what really pushes me. And the last 3-4 years, I've been working on my skating a lot, and that's one area of my game I know I need to work on. And I'm in the weight room on the ice, always working on it. So. But I feel like my game is driven by my hockey sense and my shot. Just the way I feel like I make players around me better, and always finding the open guy and creating space for my line mates. And at Shattuck and last year with the Steel, I really worked on my one-timer and my shot, shooting off my left foot, my right foot. So I feel like I became a goal scorer as well, not just a one-dimensional playmaker. So my offense is for sure what drives me, and I'm working on my skating and just can't wait for the season to start.
Next question will go to Brent Meskey with the USHL.
Hey, Brendan, first of all, congrats. Also wanted to just have you touch on a little more. I know you just mentioned the Steel in the USHL, but how the team and how the competition in the USHL helped you get here.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, playing for such a good organization, high-class organization, Chicago Steel last year was an excellent experience for me. I was playing with Sam Colangelo, Sean Farrell, Matthew D. St. Fowl, Owen Power, all these top-end guys, and it wasn't just the guys in the locker room. It showed how much the staff cared about us. Ryan Hardy running the whole division, Coach Moore, Coach Sheehan. Every single player was, or every single member of the organization was all on the same page, and we had just the mentality of getting better every day, no matter what the outcome was on the weekend. And we were always positive, and just playing in the USHL is very. I feel like it's a more of a defensive league than other leagues like the CHL, and it really forced me to work on my two-way game. And, you know, you're playing against guys that just want to shut you down all night. And it was a league of just a bunch of speed, a bunch of skill. And looking back, you know, it was the best path for my development.
Have time for 2 more tonight. Next question will go to Ken Bolke with Sinbin.Vegas.
Hey, Brendan, one of your dad's clients is Jonathan Marsh, so he's a pretty popular guy around here. I'm wondering if you've met him, and if not, what you know about him and what you think about him.
I actually haven't met him, but, you know, just I've heard a lot of good things about him, not only from my dad, but from guys who've played in the league. I mean, one of my teammates here actually practices with him in the summer, and, you know, he's always telling me how hard he works off the ice, on the ice. And, you know, when it comes to game time, it shows. I love the way he shoots the puck, and he's not the biggest guy, but he's always getting in those areas. And he's a player that I would like to model my game after too, you know, taking some aspects out of his game and putting it into mine. So, yeah, I mean, he's an amazing player.
Last question tonight. We'll try to go back to Vince Sapienza with Channel 5 Las Vegas.
Hey, Brendan, sorry about that. You got me?
Yeah.
Apologize. I just want to ask, I know you said that you were expecting to hear your name tonight, but when it was Vegas, was that a surprise? And how much, I guess, from afar, were you familiar with this Golden Knights organization or just watching games on TV?
I mean, I definitely wasn't surprised when I heard my name. You know, I kind of had a feeling a little bit, but you know, I mean, I still I feel like I just passed out for a moment there. I don't even remember. Just the way I felt was something else. And you know, I'm really familiar with the Vegas organization. I skate with Alec Martinez in the summer, and you know, he's always talking about how high class their organization is off the ice as well. And I couldn't be more excited to get started.
That'll conclude tonight's media availability with the Vegas Golden Knights. Brendan, appreciate you taking some time tonight.